All right. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today what we're going to be talking about is our dividends over the month of May. And I haven't made a video like this on our channel in a little while. And so I wanted to make a video today just because my May income took a significant boost from what it normally was sitting at. And so that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Now, what I do have here is I have our April income. And yes, I just did delete our May income, but if you did take a little sneak peek there, you could see that we took a significant jump. So I want to touch on that in this video. We've seen our monthly income in February, March, and April all kind of trade at about $169, $168, and $168 marker, which is it's pretty fantastic for an $8,000 portfolio to be generating $168 every single month. But for the month of May, we reinvested a lot of dividends that we were holding onto. Unfortunately, our portfolio went down a sizable amount in the past week really, but nonetheless we are still getting paid our dividends. So in this video, what I want to do is I want to go over exactly all the dividend payments that we are going to be receiving or have received in the month of May. And so I hope you guys do enjoy this video. Just pulling up that right there. As you can tell as well, we're up to 4,996 subscribers, 4 subscribers away from 5,000 subscribers. That is half of fifth digits. I don't even know what to say, not quadruple digits, but fifth digits. I don't know if that's quintuple, but that is fantastic. So tell everyone you know and let them know that you got to subscribe. Let's get to that 5,000 subscriber marker. Okay, but for today, what we're talking about is some dividends. So I'm not going to account any tax here. We're going to do the taxes all at the end, but let's add up some dividends. So starting with our first dividend, which is MPW, $12. And I'm just going to do everything as it is, even though it's in both American and Canadian. So we have $12. We also have a Canadian dividend, which was $7.22. So we're going to add that, $7.22. And really what I do is because I'm adding both Canadian, you can see here, US dollars and Canadian dollars, I like to view it as only in American because really it's going to be a lot less when you account for the I only like to count it in Canadian dollars because when you add in the American, it's going to make it a lot better. So enough about the confusing lecture here. Let's get right back into it. So we got another dividend from AT&T, which came out to $9.99 here, which we are going to add in 9.99. And AT&T has been a reliable payer. It's a stock that's had a lot of rough times in the past and definitely had a bunch of rough times in my portfolio, but it's battled back and the dividends are still going strong for them, even though they did take a huge cut back in like 2021. Next, what we're going to do is jump to our QQQY dividend, which paid us about $3.43. So we're going to add that in, 3.43. And you'll notice, no, not $300, $3. You'll notice that some dividends like QQY, for example, they paid about $3. And then you can see the Canadian side, they paid us about $11. I have varying rates when it comes to my Canadian and US kind of currencies. So they're going to be varying. They're not going to be equal. They're all going to be different, which is also exciting too. So you can see here that in Canadian, we got paid $11.74. So we got plus $11.74. And I hope you guys do enjoy these videos where I do add up my monthly income because it's always exciting to see what other people have in terms of monthly income and are bringing in. And this is just a little kind of overview of what kind of like my 8,500 or so portfolio brings in terms of monthly income. So now going on, we have a bunch of tax from the Yieldmax funds, as you can see here, but a dividend paid out to us in USD, $13.19. So we're going to add that in, plus $13.19. Boom. So we're up to $57.57. What a beautiful marker that is. Now we got $33.79 paid out from SQY. So plus 33.79. Boom. That's going to bring us all the way up to past the $90 marker. So you could see how powerful these Yieldmax funds truly are. And none more powerful in my portfolio right now than TSLY, currently at $48.57 for the next dividend. So plus $48.57. Boom. Up to $139 in monthly income for the month of May. Now skipping ahead, we got a bit of tax. We have $1.25 from ADC, which you can't ignore, because why ignore it when you're just receiving money into your investing account? Absolutely love to see it. We have the next one, which is going to be EPR, which actually raised their dividend very slightly. One thing, obviously, when you're investing in the Yieldmax funds, for example, you don't really see too many dividend increases. The dividends are all over the place. But when you have a stable dividend that increases their dividend, it is such a fantastic thing to see. And with Enterprise Properties, which is EPR, they slightly increase their dividend, I think by a few percent. But nonetheless, we love to see it. And Stag Industrial paying a 1.73 dividend, a very minor dividend. To be honest, I'm probably looking to get rid of Stag and EPR just because their dividend is not where I want them to be, and they haven't performed as I'd want them to be from a growth perspective. Because EPR is paying me about a 7% dividend. Stag is paying me about I don't need a live chat. Stag is paying me about a 4% dividend or so. So it would be fantastic to see a little bit more growth. And now, of course, I have this amazing thing on my screen. So we're just going to keep on rolling. So next we have Yieldmax, and I love Yieldmax because it's a stable Yieldmax fund which pays fantastic dividends. We received $16.10 from that. So we're going to go plus $16.10. Boom. Up to $163. Move it along. USOY. USOY, most people have criticized, saying it's very risky holding, which I understand. It's an ETN, which is completely different from an ETF. ETN, exchange traded note. And it's actually paid some fantastic dividends, and you don't get taxed on them too, which is fantastic. Of course, I can go into all the dangers of an ETN. I do understand them, but that will be for a different video. Next, we have KLIP. Our last and final dividends coming in at $38.86. We're going to add that, plus $38.86. We're up to over $200 in monthly income. And our last dividend by KLIP, USD, $47.74. So plus $47.74. Now, this is the total amount of income we received, $252. But of course, we have tax, which is a 15%. And we're going to subtract 252.17, which was our original amount, which means, ignoring this negative, we received $214 in terms of monthly income from our investments. That is fantastic, considering we only have about $8,000 or so invested. And what did I do with a lot of this money? For a very long time, I was actually just holding it. As you can see here, I invested totally, this is in Canadian dollars, I invested about $13,201, and I haven't been reinvesting. All I've been doing is reinvesting my dividends. And at this point, I reinvested my dividends, and we're currently up to about $214 in monthly income. So that is definitely the power of compounding your dividends. And once you get to a high kind of investment point where your dividends are able to grow by themselves, you could see that they went from $168 to now paying over $200 every single month. So that is something super exciting to see. And we're definitely going to continue to grow this portfolio and reinvest into some still higher paying dividend funds. So if you guys enjoyed this video, we're up to 4,996 subscribers. Please subscribe. Let's get to that 5,000 subscriber marker. I never asked for subscribers so hard, but I want to say, if you guys did enjoy, please remember to stick around, and we'll come out with more videos like this. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys do take care until next time.